This is Anything But Footy. I'm Michael.
I'm John. Team GB and Paralympics GB have come together for the first time since London 2012 to jointly announce the shooting team for Tokyo 2020 this summer.
The 10 athletes' name can now concentrate on the knowledge their place at the rearranged games is confirmed, even though certain question marks remain over the entire event in Japan due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic.
But celebrating their selection, 4 new names for the British Olympic team, all shooters hoping to make their mark on their debuts.
Seonaid McIntosh from Edinburgh is the youngest selected and at 24 years of age is already GB's most successful female shooter of all time. Winning 2 Commonwealth Games bronze medals, she's also European champion and world record holder too. Seonaid will compete in 2 events at the Osaka shooting range this summer. She's told Anything But Footy she's confident the games will go ahead in some format.
Obviously there's some questions around it, I guess, but I'm confident that the IOC and the BOA are going to, if we get to go there, that it's going to be safe for us. I don't think they'll send us there if it's not safe. And I've got every confidence that they're doing everything they can to get us there and for it to be a safe and secure games for everybody.
You're one of 4 team members named today, Seonaid. Is it something that British shooting have talked to you about, that the games might take place, but it might be very different, i.e. it might be behind closed doors, or it might just be all Japanese supporters, no union flags?
Yeah, it's definitely something that's been mentioned. They keep us up to date with stuff just so we're not shocked, I guess, when we get there. So yeah, it's definitely been mentioned. And I think if that's what happens, then it's a shame, I guess, for all the other spectators around the world. But at least then the games will have actually happened. And all the money that the Japanese government sunk into it, they'll get something back for that, which I think is really important for them. So yeah, it might be a different experience, but if it actually happens, then I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Is it slightly bittersweet, though, that you might not get that full experience? There might not be the full ceremonies. You won't get to experience village life like you would have if you'd gone to Rio, for example.
Yeah, a little bit, but I guess I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm young enough that I can go to Paris, and hopefully by the time Paris comes around, everything will go back to normal.
Matt Coward-Holly is Britain's first ever world champion in the Olympic trap category. He won the title in 2019 and remains world number 2. He'll be joined in the competition by 4-time Commonwealth Games medalist Aaron Heading. Kirsty Hegarty makes up the Olympic team so far in the women's trap, and she's the first Northern Irish athlete to be selected for Team GB for Tokyo. She won silver at the 2018 Commonwealths. British shooting say they'll be looking to add more athletes to the team in June once Tokyo qualification has been completed.
Paralympics GB has also announced 6 shooters, their first confirmed athletes for 19 sports at the Paralympics that starts in August. It's more experience with Beijing 2008 gold medalist Matt Skelhon, returning to form after becoming double world champion in 2019 and now ready for his 4th games. Matt does admit he'll miss the big crowd if it's behind closed doors.
And it's what makes the games something else. Do you know what I mean? That's different from every other competition, is that the crowd's there and the support that you don't necessarily get all the time. So yeah, it would be a small disappointment not to have that there. But at the same time, it's the most amazing competition. It's the most amazing experience.
London 2012 bronze medalist James Bevis is also back in the team alongside fellow rifle shooters Ryan Cockbill, Lorraine Lambert and Tim Jeffrey. Pistol shooter Izzy Bailey, who also competed in Rio, returns looking for a position on the podium, this time in Tokyo.
And you can hear more from Matt Skelhon on our Back on Track podcast, counting down to Tokyo 2020 in 2021. We're on Apple and Google Podcasts. Just search Anything But Footy.